Okay, so next we'll go over, I guess, what you would call my kitchen. So for a food bag, I've got the Z-Packs, food bag. I didn't buy the whole bear bagging system, I just bought the bag. So inside, sorry about that. All right, so inside I keep some odor-proof OP sacks. I keep all my food in an odor-proof sack. That's more for chipmunks, raccoons, skunks, and squirrels, and mice than for bears. Although it's there for bears as well. So far it's worked out well, but I'll be honest, the most amount of food is this trip, and I've only had 3 days worth of food in there. Fits fine, hangs fine, don't have any real issues with it. Alright, so next up is my stove and my pot. So this is the Toaks 550. For those of you familiar with it, know that it comes with a stuff sack, and that stuff sack it's ridiculous how over-engineered it is. I'm trying to save every ounce that I can, so I'm not using it. I just use a rubber band, and it holds it all together. So open this up. So the nice thing about the Toaks is it has a lid. I was using a Snow Peak 600 mug as my cook set, and it worked just fine, but it took too long to boil water, and I figured that that's just more fuel that I'll be using. And I know that they make aftermarket lids for them, but this Toaks 550 pot, it was $25. So it's a good pot. Let me get this rubber band off here. All right. Okay, so good pot. It's perfect size for me. It boils 2 cups of water, which is all I need to do, because I am going to be doing freezer bag cooking, which we'll kind of get into a little bit next. But anyways, here's the pot. So inside my pot, I keep a half of a small ShamWow wrapped around my stove, and my stove is the Pocket Rocket 2 titanium. It's a good stove. I bought it because I had the knockoff E-Tech City stove, and it's a great stove. It works fantastic, but I kept having some problems with it in just light winds. In light winds, it kept going out on me. So I'm trying the Pocket Rocket 2 here because it's got this wind guard on it that is supposed to help with that. So we'll see. I use my Z seat for a windscreen, so but we'll see how it works in strong winds. So far I like it. This is the first time I've used it. It is what it is. It's a good stove. It's very basic. Has no igniter on it, and I think it was retail $45, and I paid like $38 for it. I got it at a little bit of a discount at a trade show. So, all right. So this is called a Hot Lips. It's just a little silicone piece that goes on the rim of your cup, so you don't burn your mouth when you're drinking coffee. So, because I really feel that the only reason I am bringing a stove with me on the trail is for coffee, because I am not going to do without my coffee in the morning. So, like I said, everything I'm doing is freezer bag cooking or mountain house meals or whatever, and this little pot works perfectly. Plus, it's a perfect cup size for a cup of coffee. This is just some heavy tin foil that I'm using as a windscreen when I need it, but you have to be very careful with using a windscreen with a canister stove. If you put that windscreen too tight around that canister stove, it'll heat up that canister, and it can actually blow it up. So you have to be real careful with that. I haven't tried that yet. I'm waiting on the conditions to be right to be able to use it, and then we'll just kind of see how it works. So that is my stove, my pot, and my food bag. So let me stop right here, and then I will pull out my freezer bag cozy. All right. Okay, so this is my freezer bag cozy. For those of you who aren't familiar with what this is, it's a type of cooking. The way I'm going to do all of my cooking is I will be putting my dehydrated food, whether that be Knorr pasta sides or potatoes or stovetop stuffing or anything else. I'll put it in here. All right. Then this goes down into this bag, and all you do is you pour your hot water. You pour your hot water into the bag, and you close up the koozie, and that's how it cooks. This koozie is made out of what's called Reflectix. You can get it at any Home Depot, anything else. Most or a lot of people that I've seen online just use the Walmart cheap auto shades, which is made out of pretty much the same material. It's essentially just a bubble wrap with mylar on both sides of it, but it's a very good insulator. I then added these Velcro closures on it. I put here and here so I can close it up while I'm cooking, and then I also put one here and one on the back, so when I'm eating, the flap will stay back. It has a pleated bottom on it so that I can spread it out, and so it'll sit upright with my food in it. So it really works well. I've cooked a Knorr pasta side, a Knorr rice side. I've cooked ramen noodles in this, and it really works very well. The theory behind it is it saves on cooking fuel. So most of those Knorr pasta sides and things like that tell you to boil the water, add the noodles and things like that in, and then you would let it simmer for a set amount of time. Well, that simmering wastes a lot of fuel, and it's not necessary with this, because this Reflectix holds all the heat in, and it allows it to actually keep cooking while it's in that bag, and I'm not using any gas. The other biggest thing about it is it's no fuss, no muss. When you're done with the Ziploc bag, you've eaten your food, you take it out, you put it in your trash bag, and you're done. You don't have to clean your pot. You don't have to mess with those things. I don't have to hang my pot in my stove at night when I'm bear bagging, because there's been no food in my pot. So that's, so it has a lot of benefits to it. Like I said, I don't know that I would even have a stove if it wasn't for the fact that I need my coffee. So, but since I've got it, I'm sure a warm meal will be nice when it's really cold. But so that's the way I plan to cook. Hopefully I'll kind of go over some of that, and I'll show you how I do it, and I'll cook some food up. Tonight all I have is a Mountain House meal, so that's not going to do any good. But all right, out for now.